Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. It's September 27th or thereabouts, Sunday. I'm a little late on some follow-up video that I need to do here, so I'm going to just knock it out here real quick. Remember, this was our summer project. We fenced this in so that we could put pigs in here, and then the idea was that we were going to lay irrigation and cultivate it and use it as a big truck garden, and you can see that it's late in the season and almost everything's out. Potatoes are still in and a lot of squashes are still in, but everything will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll be able to show you how we put the pigs back in and let them clean it up. Now you see the amount of forage that's out here. It's unbelievable. When it was just weeds before, we calculated about a pound per square foot, and I would say it's way above that now. We only planted half of it because we just didn't have the manpower that we needed to do it. But and we only really irrigated one time this summer because we just had rain that dropped in at about the perfect moment. Now, it's not done. This project is going to be an ongoing project. And what I've done here, you can see, is I've built two compost piles that are about 50 or 40 feet long or so. Yeah, about 40. Yeah. Well, let's say 30. Let's say 30 feet long. You see them? There's one, and here's the other. Now, the way that we built these was primarily what we used was those wood chips that I was raving to you about how happy I was. So I dumped four 10-yard loads of those chips in each pile, and then covered it up with fresh manure that came right out of the cow barn. All right, so it was really fresh stuff. And then I covered that with some compost that's already been completed. And the reason you do that is you got to have some weight on top of it, and also I want to kind of seal it up a little bit for a while too. Also, we added quite a bit of water because at the time I built them, it was kind of dry, so we had the water going on the whole time. Now, the idea here is this compost will start to work here in a week or so, and maybe in about 2 weeks, I'll start the process of breaking the bottom loose so we can get some air into it, and the bacteria that's in there will go bonkers over all the wood chips in there, and it'll start to steam. We'll get good breakdown of the material, and hopefully by the time it gets too cold for this to continue, because that's the case here in northern Michigan, my compost piles stop at a certain point, and it's usually about January 1st. Now, I'm not sure if that's how it works everywhere, but that's just been my experience. But then again, I don't stay after them, because compost at the January time frame is not something that is in the forefront of my mind at that point. So, but by that time, I hope that they're fairly broke down. If they get going real good, I'm going to continue to add to it. And if they stay going, fine, I'll continue to add. I have plenty of wood chips that I can add to it. And then come spring, we will spread this all out on this garden. Now, we try to do that. We're going to try and do that every year. If I can, I'll build a third row. Why not? Why not? Because the idea is to build the fertility of this grow area. Right? Now, the pigs will get in. I don't know what they're going to do with these compost piles. I haven't had any experience with that, but we'll see. What's the worst that can happen? It's Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Anyone can farm.